I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Oh, guys, you have no idea. Oh, this is the greatest day ever. The Bears lost. Oh, this guy was so mad. He stayed up late watching the game and the Bears lost. I love it. Yeah, baby. What? Ow, you stupid dummy. Ow, that
Oh, that little punk gloating over the Bears losing last night. Man, I stayed up late for that. And it was crazy because the first half of the game, it was so awesome. One of the Bears defenders gets a 74-yard interception return for a touchdown. Oh man, the opening drive was so exciting, so great. The Bears are doing so good, and then all of a sudden they just lost. The second half, it's like their halftime speech wasn't go out there and make adjustments and win. It seems like the halftime speech was, you got this. Go lay down for a few quarters and don't do nothing. Oh boy. Did you hear about the dyslexic frauditor that became a zombie? All he did was eat brains. Brian. Because he's dyslexic. All he did was eat Brian. Anyway, David was first. Here's your happy dance. Let's go. All right. Thank you so much. Donna Ray, what's up? Greg Jonik, welcome to the show. Yeah. Greg Jonik, David E. Persons, Highway Star. Stephen Robertson, what's up, everybody? The Siberian Tiger is probably the biggest tyrant in the country. He's pretty bad, man. He's pretty bad. Terry Bonds, good morning, everybody. God bless. God bless you, sir. Highway Star, Donna Ray. Bonus joke. Uh-oh. Archaeologists have discovered a series of short stories that stress the importance of punctuality. They're called Aesop's fables. Nightmares Adventures. When is a joke not a joke? When it's told by News Now Voodoo.
Hey, I resemble that remark. Listen, man, I stole that joke from Jerome Horowitz. Anyway, when's a joke not a joke? No. Seriously, I'm getting better. I got a joke. This is the best joke of all time. The Chicago Bears. Oh, cops are bad.
He's never going to live me down for that one. Me and Minnie we stayed up late last night watching the game, and he actually fell asleep before it was over. Young and Sharp's back. What's up? Great to see you. Hey, I wanted to ask you if you'd be interested in, like, I mean, obviously, if you want to remain anonymous, that's fine. We can work around that. But if you would like to actually, like, talk about, like, your whole situation and what's going on, like, in a video or maybe like in an interview type setting or something, or come up on panel, anything like that, if you'd be interested, I think that'd be awesome to get somebody from the other side's perspective that came over, so if you'd be interested in something like that, let me know. You can send me an email or I don't know. I'd say Discord, but I can't even remember the last time I logged into Discord. But let's see. Anyway, you know where I'm at. I'm not hard to find. David E. Persons, Highway Star. Carl's Last Order of the Standing Squirrels. Let's see. Carl, Highway Star, Nightmares Adventures. Why is 69 so scared of 70? Because they once fought in 71. Let's see. They want to play stupid games, they win stupid prizes, like getting arrested. Most of them have felonies anyway, right? Lexi Ann, what's up? Why it's Daily Roundup. Hey. Monterey Highway Star. Kevin Omega. Good morning. I'm finally awake to catch the beginning. All right. Uncle Artie's Bar Girl of Stupidity. Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody will get tased today, probably. It's Taser Tuesday. Yeah. Good morning from Iceland. Much love to all. All right. Let's see. Uncle Artie, Wyatt, Daily Roundup, Highway Star, Donna Ray. All right, it looks like we got all called up for caught up for now. All right. Yeah.
Hey, Uncle Artie, man, what are you talking about me getting tased? Listen, you know darn well that it was you and me that made the Bears lose yesterday when I pooed in Caleb Williams' shoes so that he'd slip during the halftime. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wait. Did I say the quiet part out loud? Oh, no.
I told you he was getting tased on Taser Tuesday. Uncle Artie needs to get tased. Let's see. Zap News Now Voodoo for existing and thinking he's funny.
I don't think I'm funny. I know it. Here, watch. I'll tell you guys a joke. It's going to be the best joke ever, right? All right, here we go. A guy went into a post office and pepper sprayed an old lady. Because cops are bad. You don't get it? I do. I wrote it. My spleen! Oh, my head! My pancreas!
How do you know when you have a pain in your pancreas? I would think it would just feel like a tummy ache. I don't know. Unfortunately, my Dolphins have only 3 minor flaws this year: the offense, the defense, and the special teams. I like that one. That's a good one. You could slip any team in there too. My team only has 3 problems: the offense, the defense, and the special teams. Who's Not Voodoo's as funny as a rubber crutch. Anyway, let's let's go ahead and start. Today's was weird this morning because like I woke up and it took a couple minutes for it to actually hit me that it was Tuesday because I feel like it's like Friday, like it's been a week. It's only been one day. And I woke up this morning and Minnie has a sick. He's not feeling good at all. So he woke up sick. I woke up, I don't know, maybe it's because we stayed up late watching the Bears game and then they lost. So it was let down. And then, I don't know. It was weird. Oh, Kevin Omega with the super kick to News Now Voodoo.
Hey, you know, speaking of Kenny Omega, man, isn't he with AEW or something? Oh, you're Kevin Omega. I get it. Yeah. Oh, Wait, where'd that super kick come from? Wait, what? What's going on?
Oi, mate, I got a real super kick for you.
Yeah, kangaroo.
That's right.
Well, why aren't these sound effects easier for Hez to deal with? That's what I want to know.
All right. Yeah, all right. Bob's your uncle. Bye.
I don't know, man. It's Tuesday. uh, um, yeah, 4 days till Friday. Countdown is on. Feels like Monday to you? Yeah. Walter Payton jersey. Yeah, you know it. Yeah, I'm not fooling around, man. I don't care if they lose. I'm still Bears to the bone. Let me check the weather for today. What I got to deal with. For those of you who've been following the show, you know I work pretty much outside. So every day I always check the weather before in the morning. The high today is supposed to be 72, so that's not too bad. So that's cool. And then I don't know. Hold on, guys. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. For those, I notice I'm getting more and more people that are new to the channel. If you're new to the channel and you don't know, my background music that I play, like what's on right now, I'm a musician. I play guitar, and this is all me. These are all my own original compositions. I have a Singletary jersey. No, I got Peyton. I got Brian Piccolo. I got Dick Buckus. I got Tim McMahon. Mike TikTok. Yep. I think that's it. I used to have a couple Brian Urlacher. Oh, as always, I play my armpits on the guitar. Yeah. Mr. Thomas, hold on. Let me get this pause. All right. Mr. Thomas says, "Good morning, Hez and the Rash family. What happened? Did I come at the end of the show? No. No, when I sometimes I gotta go off camera for a second. So I just put on that's what I put on at the end. So people will be like, "Oh, this is the end of the show." No. Tiny, what's up? Great to see you. Anyway, so yesterday, I go to work, come home, watch the football game. We had pasta for dinner. It was good. Whatever. Nothing special. Just I don't know. Like I said, I think maybe because Minnie has this sick now. And then I'm thinking this morning because he's, not feeling good. I hope he's okay. Poor little guy. Mm. But in the meantime, let's get this show started because I got to go give him some medicine and I got to get my coffee. I don't have my coffee. It's brewing. I can smell it. Morning. I love morning coffee. It's like morning dew, only you can drink it. Alrighty. So I got a couple of things I wanted to do today to get it started. And I was thinking of starting with something a little bit different because one, it's been a long time since I've done a video on Moors. It's been a long time since I've done a video from Facts or Frauds. And this morning I saw that Facts or Frauds has a new video about Moors, where it's kind of, I guess it's from the title and the thumbnail, it looks like it's a little bit more of a deep dive into the Moors and what they're doing. So I thought this would be interesting to see. So let's go ahead and let's start the show with Facts or Frauds. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? I love you guys. Thank you for joining me. And here we go. All right. Facts or fraud? King Stu 2000 said, good morning, all. That's everybody. That's all he is. My grandfather had the heart of a lion and a lifetime ban at the zoo.
This program is made possible by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
And welcome to Facts or Frauds. Now, let's talk about the Moors. Is it a nationality? Is it a religion? Is it an ethnicity? Well, here's the facts from history.
Europe was not always on top of the world, and in fact, for a period, was actually on the back foot against invasions from the east, such as with the Huns, Mongols, and Avars, and from the south, such as with the Turks, Arabs, and Iranians. And at one point, it seemed like much of Christian Europe could fall to the ever-expanding Islamic conglomerate to the south, with the Balkans being conquered by the Ottomans, and Iberia and other areas of Europe conquered by the Moors. But who were the Moors anyways? This is a hotly contested issue and quite the sensitive topic, considering the historic tensions and conflicts between Christians, Jews, and Muslims throughout the Mediterranean region, such as in the Levant, the Balkans, Egypt, the Maghreb, and other regions of southern Europe. But there are actually many other players here involved rather than the three aforementioned religious groups, although all of these religions do have their origins with the Semitic peoples of the... Well, it actually all began during the Roman era, when the up-and-coming empire conquered the Maghreb from the Carthaginians and native Berber or Amazigh people, a region known to them in Latin as Mauritania, and hence the native inhabitants were referred to as the Mauri or Moors, inhabiting what is now parts of Algeria and Morocco. Truth be told, the genetic makeup of the region hasn't changed too terribly much since antiquity, so we can assume that the ancient Moors would have been pretty much identical to the Arab Berbers we see today in appearance and genetics, largely being of Southwest Asian origin, but with substantial admixture from both Europe and Sub-Saharan Africa, and hence there is a considerable amount of diversity in the North African population, being anything but a homogeneous people, with some being quite fair, such as the Kabyle, while others are very dark, such as the Tuareg, and others being somewhere in between. But on average, most indigenous North Africans are in the range of 10 to 30% Sub-Saharan and 70 to 90% Western Eurasian. Keep in mind, although the Moors and other North Africans did speak Afro-Asiatic languages, meaning they were related to Arabic, Hebrew, Syriac, and other Semitic tongues, they were most certainly distinct and of their own branch, not even close to being mutually intelligible, with there being quite a bit of diversity between Amazigh languages themselves. So even though the region of Mauritania spent many centuries under Roman rule, they still maintained their own regional cultures and languages, and were even later invaded and conquered by Germanic peoples such as the Goths and Vandals, as well as the Iranic Alans from Central Asia. But the Arab invasion of the Maghreb had the biggest impact on the region, with the vast majority of the population converting to Islam, with Arabic becoming the official lingua franca, although different tribes did continue to speak Amazigh languages. Islamic Arabs under the Umayyad Caliphate very quickly spread out throughout the Maghreb and even into southern Europe, where they conquered nearly the entirety of the Iberian Peninsula by the 8th century AD. And this is where the term Moors comes from in European history, since many of the Islamic forces originated in the region of Mauritania, although it was definitely more of a coalition of people from all over the Islamic world at the time, including those from Arabia, Yemen, Syria, Egypt, and even some from Sub-Saharan Africa. So Moor was not an ethnic or racial group, but rather a term used by Europeans to refer to those invading Europe from the region of Mauritania. In European sources, the term Moor was eventually redefined to strictly refer to those of Sub-Saharan African origin, with all North Africans simply portrayed as black-skinned peoples, most likely in an attempt to distance them from Europeans and portray them as a more alien and foreign threat, as although there were Moors of Sub-Saharan African descent in Iberia during the occupation, both free and enslaved, they were a very small minority, just as in the rest of the Islamic world. Because of this historical depiction of Moors as black, in the present day, many assume that all Moors were of sub-Saharan African descent, which is not even close to being true, and has had quite an interesting social impact on the African diaspora. Islamic Iberia, or Al-Andalus, was briefly ruled over by the larger Umayyads before eventually splitting with the Amazigh Almoravids based in Morocco. Although, interestingly, no, the name of Morocco is actually not tied to the name Moor, but the country of Mauritania to the south is. Although Mauritania was more on the periphery of the Almoravid Empire, with modern-day Mauritanians having much more sub-Saharan DNA on average than Moroccans. Moor is also an ethnic term used in some parts of the Sahara today in order to denote those of predominantly mixed Arab-Berber origins in the region, predominantly Mauritania, Western Sahara, and Mali. And there are even some tribes, such as the Arma in West Africa, who actually can trace back their ancestry to the Moors of Iberia. However, Iberia was not the only region of Western Europe to be conquered by the Moors, as the Balearic Islands, Sicily, and parts of southern Italy had also been invaded by North African Muslims and incorporated, albeit briefly, into the Islamic world. Obviously, Spain, Portugal, and Italy are not Arab Islamic countries today, with Iberia having been gradually Christianized over nearly 7 centuries by a coalition of Christian Latin peoples pushing south, with Sicily being conquered by the Normans, a French Viking population, and although there were still moderate numbers of Islamic citizens remaining in these countries.
Yeah, so real quick, I just want to throw some stuff out there. Nightmares, like I feel like I'm in history class. This is the thing. I didn't realize like what this video was. I mean, I do like the fact like because the Moors are always making all these crazy claims in court, right? They're basically sovereign citizens, but they say all this. But this is, I like this because he's showing like, okay, so what are these guys actually talking about? What actually are the Moors, like for real? Well, this is what they are. Definitely not what these guys claim to be. For those of you who don't know what the modern Moors are in America, they're basically a group of people who say that this right here, where we're sitting now, is Morocco. It's like, yeah, but what about the fact that it's not? And they don't have to follow our laws because they're Moroccan citizens and they're from here. And then they say that they were here before the Indians, which is like insane. Obviously, we're looking at the history now and none of that happened. But yeah, this is that's the whole history thing. This is a really long video, but there's a part near the end where it says interview with an actual descendant of a real Moor. So I want to see that part. I want to see what they're talking about there. So let me fast forward to that real quick and let's see what that's about. Let's go.
In North Africa.
Well, in general, it's obvious. The first thing that comes up to my head is no, like not even close. You know, it's the thing is there are black people here that lives with us. They could claim to be Moorish, and that is more convincing than these people, because these people lived in USA. It's so far away to claim another culture like this, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Like, and just to jump from here to from there, like from USA to Africa here, and claim a whole culture that you have nothing to do with, you have no evidence of, you have no genetic relations to whatsoever, no linguistic even, nothing at all, and then just want to claim it. It's nonsense to me. And then as I got deeper into it, I just get shocked every time. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I wish I could have them around here, teach them all about the proper Moorish culture, about what is actually what does it mean to be Moor? What does it really like? What does it feel and mean? And what is actually being Moor? If you know what I mean? Because none of what they claim, and I'm like, just no, that's totally wrong. It's absolutely wrong. Like everything they say, everything they claim to dress, everything they claim to, like the names, as you said, is pretty new to me. Bay L, we don't use that at all. It's so not familiar in North Africa. We use totally different names. If we talk about the original Moorish names, that's totally different. It's Bukus, Baga, Atlas, Abu Hud. Those are Moorish names. Those are 100% Moorish names. Because we talk about the kingdom of Mauritania like 100 BC before, the 100 years before Christ. And those are original, not affected by any other culture. Those are pure Moorish names. Why didn't you look into it if you want to claim the culture? That means that you are relying on some false sources, which is definitely the whole book and whatever they have in their hands. They claim to be Quran and the prophet that they call Ali something. You know, if you know what I mean. Yeah, True Ali. And nah, it's none of that is correct. To me, as a Moorish person, an actual person who lived in the culture, surrounded by the Moorish people, lived and studied and grow up into the culture, it's totally strange for me. It doesn't, from far it seems like some couple people that gather up that want to make up stuff, and then they looked around, they picked up something randomly and just claim it. A Moroccan flag, whatever, let's give it 10,000 years old. What are you talking? 10,000 years old? Like, that's even older than, that's almost as old as the Ibro-Maurician. I would call it the father of Moors, if you know what I mean, genetically. That's the Ibro 14,000 years ago. Ibro-Maurician is the oldest evidence of the indigenous people of North Africa that look exactly like us, by the way. And you say that the flag is that old, 10,000 years ago? Bro, what? That's total nonsense. It doesn't make any sense.
And it's probably not a good idea to be doing this kind of stuff when you have warrants for not showing up in court.
You'll be digital like me someday, you know?
And thanks for hanging out with us on Fractured Frauds. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button, you subscribe, and ring that bell. Also, leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think. And a huge thank you to all of our Facts or Frauds channel members.
All right. A round of applause for Fractured Frauds.
Thank you. Still hanging out? Thank you.
I'll tell you what, I'm actually glad that we watched that because I remember, well, not remember, just in general, I always thought, like, in my head, I was like, what would a real Moor say about these guys? I was always curious, you know, like, what would somebody who's actually from Morocco say about these people? So that was somebody who's actually from Morocco. And what did he say? He's like, I don't even know what these idiots are talking about. They're saying their history. Everything they're saying is wrong. They're all the last name El Bey. Where the heck did that come from? I never heard of that name before. Like, what does that have to do with Morocco or Moroccan culture? They say they believe in this, that, and the other thing. None of those things are even close to being true. Like, it doesn't even, like, he doesn't even understand what they're saying because it's nonsense. That's awesome. Wow. Nerd Girl Chen, what's up? But yeah, it is well. Mark Baggett's in the house. Mark, what's up? But yeah, like I said, I just I just thought that would be interesting because, like I say, I've always been curious of what an actual Moor, someone actually from Morocco, would say if you ask them about these Moors here in the United States. And now I know. They would say, these guys are idiots. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, these guys are something else. But let's see. I'm gonna do a quick segue into the next one because I gotta go make Minnie has his breakfast. And like I said, he's not feeling too good this morning, so I got to give him a little extra TLC. So let me go ahead and just pull up the next video. We'll go straight into Unclean Hands, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's hit it. Let's go.
today I've got a little video of Johnny Bravo down there in Denver making a complete fool of himself. He's a small channel, fairly new guy, hangs around with Regan Benson, so you can just imagine what kind of a guy he is. Anyway, let's get right into the video, and this one he gets arrested at the end. Anyway, here we go.
Badge number. What's the name of badge number?
I've told you 3 times.
What's the name of badge number?
I've told you 3 times and I've given you a card. You want to press charges?
You gonna do your job?
You want to press charges?
Where's the other guy? See how that works now? So even if I wanted to, where? You paying attention to this shit? Oh, this is on you. It happened in front of you. The failure to intervene goes on with everybody else that thinks that shit's not okay. Hell, you look old enough to know what the fuck you're talking about. Gray hair, 3 stripes. You better get his ass in line too. You seen that shit happen down there? Yes or no?
There were several auditors in this video. One of them is Johnny Bravo. I don't think that's who's talking right now. The guy that he's talking to now is a guy called Press Harder or something like that. Just another one of those idiots that lives out there in Denver where cops don't bother you for much of anything. Anyway, I'm not sure who's talking right now. I think it's Press Harder.
Did you see that shit happen? Yes or no?
Press charges.
I'm cool right now. I'm on the sidewalk. No, you don't tell me what to do. I'm on the sidewalk. This motherfucker told me, do you want to press charges? Okay, then back up. No.
You're going to go to jail.
Then you're going to illegally arrest me. You're going to answer to David Lane, bitch. David Lane. You will answer that office. You arrest me on the sidewalk, bitch, over feelings. I ain't scared of your shit. I'll get your ass on the stand.
I don't really understand what the upside of this kind of behavior is. There is no upside to the Constitution. That's guaranteed. Nobody, civilians, police, people that have jobs, like these guys. They're a bunch of idiots. They walk around causing trouble so they can get a little bit of fame or a little bit of money on YouTube. It's ridiculous.
On the sidewalk too. Y'all think y'all something out here. You a bitch. You know that straight out. Wish you would. I would love to put you on the stand with that bullshit right there. Feelings, bud. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. I would love that shit. I really would. Look at Howard. So, you know how this is a castle doctrine state, like a stand your ground? Whenever this shit goes down, it's like, say, like you and I got in a dispute.
This clown is talking about castle doctrine and stand your ground state. They're in Colorado. Colorado is not a stand your ground state. You have an obligation to retreat if somebody's coming at you. Now, they do have the castle doctrine. That means inside of your home or inside of your vehicle, because it extends to that you can protect yourself. But if you're out on the street, the hoodlums, they win. Anyway, this is Johnny Bravo here, the little guy standing in front of this other guy he just called the N-word. Yeah, eventually he's going to get arrested. I'm cutting out a bunch of this video because it's just a bunch of stupid screaming and nonsense. Anyway, let's continue. This is a guy that actually took the video. Press Harder. He thinks he's ZZ Top or something. I don't know what's going on with that guy. Anyway, let's continue.
But what if I just engage you and knock your pizza off? Well, if I knock your pizza off, right, and you swing on me or did something back, but you didn't engage me, this is standing ground state. They act like you can't do none of that shit, otherwise you're all in the wrong. So this is what happened, bro.
My daddy owns this parking lot, though.
Fuck them, though.
My daddy owns.
Oh, your daddy owns this parking lot?
Yeah.
Do they have permission as a private entity to have?
I let
did he
that
give him
guy.
Permission?
That guy's name's Andrew.
All right. No, I'm cool. Just know that. Hey,
your daddy owns this
you
parking lot.
You rent out this one?
My daddy owns this parking lot.
Fuck you, my daddy owns this parking lot too, bro. I didn't know that either. I didn't know that either, though.
Might be.
Hey, you just get to see the whole crew of cop wannabes but can't be's. They all wanted to be cops, but they couldn't be because they're special, you know what I'm saying? Which reminds me, I've got a song I wrote for Johnny Bravo, and I think I'll throw it in here while we cruise through this video.
I wanna be a cop so bad, but they won't give me a badge. I can lick a boot and swallow the dust, but I scream and holler from my refrigerator box, and I get no respect. I'm Johnny Bravo! I'm Johnny Bravo! I'm Johnny Bravo!
Oakland in a couple weeks.
Oh, Oakland. Gotcha. Johnny Bravo 303.
303.
Yeah, check it out, bro. I'm on live right now.
What's up?
Yeah, y'all out here.
Twitch or what?
YouTube. Yeah, y'all down here in Denver.
How's that? My daddy also
Did your daddy owns what?
YouTube.
You gonna press charges against this guy?
No, because that's all he wanted was to get. No, what was he gonna do? Is he still down there?
Yeah, he's right there. They held him there.
Wait, who
Yeah,
y'all
because he
pressing
assaulted me,
charges on?
fucking taking my.
Who's
You saw that, right? Too. Yeah,
I
I'm
saw
not
that.
thinking I'm saying that, but I knew it. They're
saw
gonna
that.
commit. Who do you think
Who
I'm
y'all
gonna put on
pressing
shit?
charges
They want me to, but I'm not.
Who?
Because they only want me to because when you press charges, you gotta give up your name. That's the only reason why. Point is,
What's your name?
stood my ground. What's your name? Just wait.
Conrad?
Johnny Bravo. Johnny.
They got
JB.
cameras.
Yeah, I
They
know.
got
It's
their
like,
own
bro, you
cameras.
can't see us yet. They have it right in front of
That
us.
is.
I still haven't quite figured out who's taking this video and who's talking. I know Johnny Bravo is the one that got arrested. This video's on his channel, but he's not the one shooting the video when Johnny gets arrested. So it's really confusing. Anyway, I'm going to make quick time at the end of this video because they're just running up and down the streets, aggravating homeless people and anybody they can. And it gets tiresome. Anyway, I'll shoot ahead to the arrest part. Well, the part where he has a confrontation with that drunk black guy and calls him the N-word, but let's move on.
Driving. She failed miserably on the fifth.
That girl pussy stank. That girl pussy stank. God damn. God damn. $4 blowjob whore ass shit. Look at that. God damn. God damn. You stank as fuck, girl. I smell you from here. That's fucked up.
Okay, that is Press Harder right there. So he's not shooting the video. Look at what a fool he looks like. He's like an idiot with a ZZ Top hat on his baseball hat. And of course, these guys have a way with women too. So Johnny Bravo is the one shooting the video. I think Press Harder's getting the same video, and I don't know. It's just confusing why he's shooting the arrest. Let's continue.
That's fuck up. That's fuck up. Stink that shit.
Camera tape's coming down.
Hey, do you believe in standing ground states like we have? Like, do you believe in the standing ground state stuff we have, like for defense and shit? The castle doctrine.
I'm also super deaf, man.
Oh, come on, man.
I've been blown up multiple times. I'm an retired soldier.
Are you a vet? Yeah, all right. I'll give you respect because you did say your knees and all that stuff. I don't. Nah, it ain't a clown thing. You actually seen. You actually seen.
You got a question? I'll answer it all day.
Some shit popped off down there, and some guy grabbed my hat off, and you know how it's standing ground state, and so like.
So we don't have a stand your ground, but at the same
It's a
time,
castle
you have the
doctrine.
right to defend yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Wait. What's that? We don't have a stand your ground in this state.
Now, this is Johnny Bravo's sidekick here, this black lady. That's his sidekick for the night. And if Johnny wasn't so stupid, he'd understand the difference between the two. But of course he doesn't.
You know what? That's in your
Castle doctrine. Okay, no. But what about out here?
There's a difference between the two.
Okay, hey, respectfully, could I get it explained just so I know? Because I thought it was the same thing, like a standing ground was the same, as long as I ain't engaging you.
No, I would highly encourage you to look up the two difference because castle is for your home.
Well, I
So
know
your
the
home-
Oh,
your
okay.
car is considered an extension of your home.
Yep,
and
castle
your home
doctrine.
castle all day.
Okay.
You also have a right to defend yourself for sure. But
But what would that fall under?
So where a stand your ground law came was where people were really pushing gun rights, which I'm also a huge 2A
okay.
proponent, right?
Cool. This guy's cool, man.
So you had your stand your ground law,
Uh-huh.
which said that I had no duty to retreat. If you came at me and I wanted to drop my weapon, I absolutely
Oh,
go.
so
That's where that
okay.
is. So
The element was for the Second Amendment to protect you, just being able
So,
to.
but you have a right to defend yourself if you feel threatened. Absolutely. If somebody's physically assaulted,
Well, he was over there, and I don't want to speak too much of it, but basically, I'm just standing there, and then we were just joking around, but then it turned, you know, hey, look, you guys are out here for a reason. Drunk people, right? Make a bad decision. Well, he went to go grab my, and I knew it. I felt the vibe when he got close, but I was like, in my head, better not do it, better not put your hand. And then he just grab it like that. Yeah, well, you know what I mean. It's extensive, like.
Yeah, we're not going to continue to listen to all this babbling and chicken cackling and nonsense. We're going to move ahead until he has a confrontation with a black guy who doesn't back down from any of them. and then we're gonna get to the arrest.
Hey, watch your fucking mouth the next time you.
Oh, is this gonna be in front of the
No,
thing?
I'm not touching him.
All right.
I'm not touching him.
Is this what
I'm
it
not
is?
touching him.
You want?
I can be in his face.
Yeah, no,
I
you
can say
can't,
right
bro.
here.
That's
Public
what's up.
treatment. Public
No.
treatment. Public
You see how you breaching my peace?
Step away right now.
See this shit?
I'm on a public street. I'm on a public street. I'm
We'll get neat and nuts. He's touching me, bro.
Because you had a problem. You had a problem.
Hey,
Hey,
this fool's being a primary aggressor, right? Primary aggressor, right up in my face. Primary aggressor.
Walk away.
Primary aggressor.
Walk away.
Yeah, you understand elements and shit,
No,
right?
you gonna walk away.
Keep getting in my
You
face.
gonna
You guys
walk the
going to
fuck
jail.
away
That's what's
today.
up, bro.
You are gonna walk away. Because I saw them.
Well, the lady that's with all that whole crew of white guys, confronting the black guy, yeah, they're doing a great job. My goodness, she's loud.
Back
That's
up!
funny.
Get the fuck out of here!
Yep.
Get out of here, cause you're not
You're
shit.
rolled up in
Your
everybody.
homies ain't shit. He ain't
Yeah.
shit.
You ain't shit. Your homies ain't shit. You ain't shit. You a straight bitch. You a straight bitch.
I think you should
All the
leave.
difference to you right now. You a straight
Everybody
bitch. Looking
around
like
This dude's amazing through all this. He never loses his temper, not once. Everybody else is getting aggravated as hell with him.
I could be. I'm not backing up anyway.
First Amendment.
This is the
6
public
feet.
easement. Do not touch
6
me.
feet. 6
Yeah.
feet. Yeah.
Officer,
Oh my God, crybaby, crybaby. 6 feet. Oh, crybaby. 6 feet.
I hope to see myself
I
on
already called
YouTube.
it 6 feet. I don't give a fuck what you got Asperger's or some shit. You got all fucking weird.
See, I love this. This is exactly the problem, right? He even said it. Like, what's the problem? I'm on the public sidewalk. And then she backs up. Oh, I'm being assaulted. Like he's literally flipping the script, doing what they do, saying what they say. But because he's not a frauditor, the entire gang of thugs is going to go after him. Oh, look, they're accusing him of this. They're calling him that. They're doing it. Why? Because he's standing on a public easement and they, the frauditors, decide that they rule the sidewalk and they're not going to let somebody stand on the sidewalk? No way. They can trounce all over everywhere and do anything they want because they're frauditors. But somebody else just comes up to them and says a word. Nope, you're not allowed to speak. You're not allowed to stand on the street. You're not allowed to do what you want. Only frauditors are allowed to do what they want. Everyone else has to bow to the will of the frauditor. I love this. It's a perfect example of the hypocrisy. And especially, I love the fact that he specifically says, but I'm on a public easement. Like, I'm on the sidewalk. Well, why are you telling me I can't be on the sidewalk? Who's the tyrant? The guy who's standing on the sidewalk trying to talk to the frauditors, or the frauditors demanding that he leave? Telling him where to go, telling him what to do. I'm an auditor, so you must bow to my whims. Don't you understand that's what life is about? Unless you're a frauditor. Then again, you got to remember, when you're dealing with frauditors, there is no such thing as freedom of speech. The only thing you're actually allowed to say when you're talking to a frauditor is, I love your channel, I'm subscribed, keep up the good work. If you say anything other than that, you're going to be punished for having the audacity to use your mouth. And then the girl backs into him, and he says, oh, she assaulted me, and they're immediately going to turn around and say that he's a coward, and he's a P-word, and he's this and that. Why? If somebody touches a frauditor, they're calling the cops. Please throw that guy in jail, lock him up for life, have him put to death, kill him. He's horrible, he's terrible, he touched me. But if the exact same thing happens, it just did in this video. The lady touches him. Oh, that's assault. Now they're calling him a punk and all these names and stuff because he said that. What do you guys do? If somebody walks up to you and touches you, you're calling assault. You're calling the cops. You're having the person arrested. It's like, and it's funny too because I don't know what this guy is, But it's funny how like these people respond to things that have nothing to do with what I'm saying. I'm explaining how the frauditors are trying to take rights away from this random guy in the street. He's saying, well, if you don't like rights, move to China. What right? The right to boss other people around? The right to push other people around? The right to be a thug, to be a tyrant, to be a bully because you're holding a camera that gives you the right? You're the one who doesn't like America. You're the one who needs to move to China because you think that anyone who isn't a frauditor is a second-class citizen that you need to stomp on their head, tackle them down and stomp on their head and pepper spray them. And how dare you have the audacity to speak to me? You're the one who doesn't like rights. I'm standing up for his right to talk to people and to stand on the street corner. And they're the ones that are attacking him for having the audacity to speak words to a frauditor. How dare he? The First Amendment doesn't cover your words. It only covers mine because I have a camera. Ugh. And not even because I have a camera, because if you have a camera, then you're just a cam-backing Karen. You're just a Darren. You're just a bootlicker. So it isn't even about the camera. It's you have to specifically be a frauditor. That's the only acceptable thing that a human can do is to be a frauditor. Rules for thee and not for me. That's right. They intentionally try to get a reaction because they likely have criminal records and can't get gainful employment. Well, yeah, that's how they make money is by making these YouTube videos. So that's all it is. Is this Westside Accountability guy like an actual auditor or just like whatever? I don't know. Have you ever been in any of these situations? Well, no, I wouldn't put myself in that kind of a situation because I have empathy. I care about human beings. I have respect. I have common courtesy, common decency, you know? So I wouldn't be in one of these situations because I wouldn't be doing that in the first place, you know? It's like I said yesterday, when somebody, I need coffee. When somebody has something bad done to them, and that thing is done to them by a police officer, these guys will make the argument that, well, if the cop never pulled him over in the first place, it would have never ended with him getting arrested or whatever it is. So, he didn't get in trouble because he reached for a gun. He got in trouble because he didn't have a license plate. Because if the cop never stopped him in the first place, it would never have led to what happened in the end. Same thing here. If somebody gets pepper sprayed or assaulted for attacking a frauditor, well, if you weren't out there frauding in the first place, that would have never happened. So it's your fault for being there. You caused the whole situation. These guys call themselves reporters, but their stories, their reporting, their journalism is the same thing as starting a building on fire and then walking outside and filming it so that you can cover the story about a fire. It's like they cause these confrontations and then see, look at those people. Look how they act crazy just because I'm there. Like in this video we're watching right now. Look at the way these people are acting crazy just because I'm telling the girls that their pussies smell bad and that they're horrible people and that they using N-words and doing this and doing that. And all these people think that they're acting crazy just because I'm insulting them and swearing at them and going after. And it's like, seriously? And again, I never understand their fans because they watch these videos and you see these guys treating people like dirt. And they're like, in the comments, I can't believe those people freaked out just because you were standing there with the camera. They don't care that you were standing there with the camera. It's the crap that was coming out of your mouth aimed at them. It's never the camera. It's the idiot holding it.
Bird burgers, well, yeah, they're fucking ass burger ass face. Yeah, you know that's funny. You better watch it. Your motherfucking bird burger ass officers. You know stepped out?
Officers, they're loitering on my street.
Loitering.
He's gonna get laid out.
Get this.
Lay me out.
I'm gonna lay your ass out.
Lay me out, please.
I'm gonna lay your ass out tonight.
I'm gonna let my hands.
Yeah, bitch.
I'm gonna let my hands up right here. I'm gonna let my hands. Hey, I'm walking on the street. I'm walking.
Of course, the police in Denver are leaning on their cars, just watching this whole show. and not doing anything about anything because, you know, they've been told to stand down, don't bother protesters, which is what these guys are pretending to be.
I mean, you got what, 4, 5, 6 gamblers? When he get laid out, like this. Lay me out. Lay me out. Yeah, he ain't touching your friend. Lay me out. His friend got I'm not gonna do anything. Yeah, he's in your face. This is my public. Back up. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of people watching. Hey, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming in, girl. Obviously, said I pay taxes too. Yeah, well. I pay. Hey, Far Lap, thank you for busting in. Fuck yeah. So this is my street. So what are you doing? Your big ass on the street. Oh hell no, this big ass roll on your little skinny ass. You a bitch. You a straight bitch. You just a bitch. You just a straight bitch. You guys are hurt. You just a straight bitch. That's what it is. He's a bitch. You a bitch. Everybody's a bitch out here. Yeah. You can't block his camera. I can. I'm not a public servant. You can't block his camera. He a bitch. He a bitch. He is. He a bitch. Yeah. Look at this. Yeah. That's the motherfucker that doesn't know shit. There you go. What's up, Press? Yeah, what's up, Press? Straight bitch, bro. Straight bitch. This whole live, like.
They always think they can fight the First Amendment.
Notice they won't touch because that nigga got fucking smoked.
He's not a real man.
Yep, Johnny's so brave. He just called in the N-word. He's like a foot shorter than this guy is. The guy's just taking this all as a joke. He's not upset at all. Oh, Johnny's losing his shit over here because he's weak-minded. Let's just get this clown show over. We're going to move ahead to the arrest.
This is a fraud.
Thank you. How you doing, sir? Somebody being put in the
Johnny's getting arrested, guys. This is District 6, sucks dicks and shit. That guy was doing all that shit, and I don't know what just happened there. You're fucking dumb, roided up little bastard. You fucking...
You guys are really badass, bro. You're really badass. Hey, he's ego. He's ego. Check his ego.
Good job. This is gonna go real fucking far. You're a little aggressive. Why don't you fucking slow this guy down? Does he look like he's resisting to you? Stop fucking ripping him in different directions, you fucking goons. He needs medical right fucking now. You're twisting his arm, dislocating his fucking shoulder, you fucking rat fucking leeches.
This video, there's a lot of cursing and craziness going on, but in a lot of ways, this video is it's actually kind of a perfect video to make our point. So after these thugs surround this guy and berate and insult him and verbally just go after him, and he's gonna unclean, what's up? We're watching one of your videos right now. And he literally says, I'm standing on a public sidewalk, which is the big argument, right? You're on a public sidewalk, it's cool, but not when you're not one of them, right? They're telling him he has to get off their sidewalk. He says, I pay taxes too, it's my sidewalk. You're on my sidewalk. How about that? He's making all of their arguments to show how stupid they sound, and all they're doing is yelling at him and calling him names and insulting him and berating him. Why? Because he's standing up for his rights. And he doesn't have any rights because he's not a frauditor. So now this guy's getting arrested. And are you hearing what they're saying? Look, guys, look at that cop twisting his arm and dislocating his shoulder. And it's like, and I'm willing to bet that their fans are like, oh my God, I can't believe those cops are doing that to him. And yet you can see, look with your eyes. It's the narration. The narrative never matches the content. The narrative never matches the content. If you listen to the narration, the cop's dislocating his shoulder. If you watch the video, he's just patting him down. Literally just patting him down. Not even like twisting his or anything. No. Ugh. Wow. This is actually, like, the more I think about everything that happens in this video, is such a perfect example of all the things that we hate about these guys because it's blown up. Like, it's so blatant because of the cursing and the acting crazy that they're doing. It's like, you know, all the stuff we say, here it is. It's not subtle in this video. You see it flat out. Oh. You don't think auditors are doing this because the public seems so demanding? It's like walking up to someone and saying you have a blue shirt on in public. How so? That statement doesn't even make sense, actually. Like, seriously. Like, if you're filming me so that you could exploit my image on your YouTube channel for money, you're engaging me. You are engaging me by pointing your camera at me. Your t-shirt has nothing to do with, has no effect on me. Like, why would someone approach you about your t-shirt? That example doesn't even make any sense. Shut up, Parson. I don't want to hear it. I woke up this morning depressed over that crap. They're as subtle as a ball peen hammer. Yeah. Seriously, like, this video, like I said, it's a perfect example of all of the things that I always say every day. The way that they group up like a gang of thugs, swearing at people, insulting people, berating people. A random guy says something to him, and all of a sudden, what's going on? You know, you're not allowed to stand on the sidewalk. And he says, what are you talking about? This is a public sidewalk. And they're saying, no, get out of here. The frauditors are telling a citizen, we the people, where to stand. What he is and isn't allowed to say. First Amendment, right? Heroes for freedom and rights, unless you're expressing your rights and your freedom, then you're to be punished by them. Surrounded by, like, they're a bunch of thugs. And then when the guy's getting arrested, oh, look at that cop. He's breaking the guy's arm. He's dislocating his shoulder. None of that happened. Nothing even close to that. No. The first half, they did great. The first half, the Bears were doing awesome. They had a 74-yard interception return for a touchdown at one point. It was awesome. It was so exciting. And then after halftime, it looked like their coach told them to take a nap. Like, nothing happened after in the second half. I fought for their right to film in public, and people can film auditors, no problem. No, they can't. No, they can't. What happens if you film an auditor? Look at that Cambacker. Look at that Karen. Look at that bootlicker. Look at that Darren. Look at that anti-American scumbag pointing his camera at me. How dare he? He's a Cambacker. He's a Karen. You can't film an auditor. Only auditors are allowed to film. Only auditors are allowed to talk. If you say something to an auditor, unless the only words you're allowed to speak to an auditor are, I love your channel, I'm subscribed, keep up the good work. Any other words, you're going to be punished for having the audacity to speak to them. They're going to punish you by swearing at you, calling you names, berating you, publicly humiliating you on their YouTube channel, on the global platform of YouTube. Maybe they'll pepper spray you. Maybe they'll try and get, if you're at a business, try to get your business closed by call flooding and having their sycophant sheeple fans put negative reviews even though they've never even been in the same town, let alone at your store. Destroy lives. That's what they love. They love destroying people's lives. It's because those people engaged in their free speech. Unless you're saying, I love your channel. Then you're fine. Some of these people have been violent with some of these auditors when it's acceptable to attack a stranger because you're being filmed in public. Well, see, now that I would need like specific examples because, like for example, Kootenai County Press, when he shot an unarmed homeless man in the tummy. Tell me about that one. Go ahead. Justify that. Like, will you stop filming me? No, pepper spray. How about that? Like, these people wouldn't get pepper sprayed if the auditor wasn't there auditing in the first place. If they weren't causing trouble intentionally. And I've covered videos. I covered one where SGV and another guy, who's the dude he always hangs out with? I can't remember off the top of my head. They're auditing, and some guy walks up to him and says, "Dude, I don't want to be on your camera." And they tell him, "Back off or I'll pepper spray you." The guy isn't swinging at him. The guy isn't touching their stuff. He's just not following their demands. They're telling him to step back. He's on a public sidewalk. How come if I'm on a public sidewalk, I have to step back when an auditor tells me to, or I'm going to get pepper sprayed? I thought if I'm on a public sidewalk, I could do whatever I want. You can do whatever you want when you're on a public sidewalk. Oh, but you're a frauditor, so that makes it okay. But if I'm on a public sidewalk and I'm standing where you, the frauditor, don't want me to stand, I'm going to be punished for standing too close to you. You could always back up. Well, you could back up, right. But you don't have to, and neither do I. How come rules apply to you but not to me? Or how come they apply to me but not to you? If I'm walking on a public sidewalk and you think I'm standing too close to you, I'm still on a public sidewalk. You say you don't have to move. I don't have to move either. Except that you're demanding it, so I must do what you say, you tyrant. Or you're going to pepper spray me. And then your fans are going to go, he pepper sprayed that guy. How dare he attack him that he deserved to get pepper sprayed? He didn't attack him. All he did was stand too close. What the frauditor decided was too close. It's up to the frauditor where we stand on a public sidewalk. It's up to the frauditor what we do, what we say, how we say it. They're the tyrants. Yeah, get them all demonetized. That'll do it. Hey, what's up, Sue Bear? Great to see you. Texas Tim, what's up? Let's see. Let's see. Frauditors are the most butthurt when government workers give them the same attitude they're getting from them. Yep. Lisa Alcazar, what's up? Good to see you. All right. Let's see. Who else we got here? Tiny. What's wrong with slapping a frauditor? It's like, wait a minute. What's the problem? I don't get it. Lessonator, what's up? Yeah, we talk about the S offenders, like Good Guy Media, and who's that other one? I did videos on him. That turned out to be messing around with a diddler type. NorCal Community Cop Watch or something like that. He turned out to be a diddler too, didn't he? That's why his channel disappeared. Yeah, so these are great heroes. Let's see. Madonna Rogers, what's up? The Vigilance Committee. I was filming all of it in the moment. I'm offended you haven't shown my footage. I don't know who you are. NorCal County Cop Watch. Yeah, that was him. Yeah. Wait, you're the one who filmed these guys harassing this dude on the street, calling him names and swearing at him and insulting him because he had the audacity to stand on a public sidewalk and speak words under his First Amendment right to speak. Is that what you're talking about? Funny how they all post public officials' personal info, but when you find out they have a record, yeah. When you get their info, you're doxing and it's terrible and it's the end of the world, but they'll post people's personal info on their channel for the whole world to see. The Vigilance Committee. I was one of the frauditors there. All right. Oh, good. Send me an email with some of your footage or a link to your channel. I'll go ahead and I'll do some of your. My next video will be one of yours. How about that? Let's see. I'd have to get on YouTube because I'm in StreamYard, so I need to find out what the deal is with this. Bears. Dagnabbit. They lost yesterday. I know. Shut up. Quit teasing me about it. Oh man. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Go to channel, the Vigilance Committee. Oh yeah, he does have videos. Dressing down dummies in DC. Oh, yeah. Okay, Vigilance Committee. So you're one of these guys who you go out there and you wreak havoc and cause trouble and bark orders at people and try to force people to bow to your will, or you'll publicly humiliate them on your YouTube channel. Right on. My thing is, frauditors who are in DC are not actually protesting actually against BS that is tyrant. Yeah, I don't know. No, Vigilance Committee's a frauditor. I clicked on his channel, and he's definitely one of them. So he doesn't just support it; he is it. Yeah, he's got 1,000 subs, so I think he wants me to start showing some of his videos so that he'll get more views. I don't know. He's not very good at it. He's more of a clown. Yeah. Well, we'll see. I'll check out some of his stuff. Maybe I'll make a video. Because I haven't made one in a while. Maybe I'll make one off of one of his. And that'll be fun because it'll give me something to do. An excuse like, well, what are you gonna make a video on? I'm gonna make a video on him because he started he came in his most recent video was a month ago. So if he's not actually going out there doing it still, that's good. I appreciate that. Imagine supporting corrupt ass. Who does that? Let me know. I'll expose them too. Show me. Show me who supports corrupt cops blindly. I'd like to know that. Which websites do that? Which YouTubers do that? Yeah, imagine assuming that all cops are corrupt just because they're cops. Well, that's one of the things that blows my mind about all of these guys. The frauditors. What did I say? What's their answer to every question? Because cops are bad, right? Why is it okay to walk up to this random guy in the street and start swearing at him and berating him and insulting him and telling him where he's allowed to stand, what he's allowed to say, what he's allowed to do? Because cops are bad, okay? All right, so that makes it okay for you to treat random people like crap, like the crap on the bottom of your shoe. You can't have a sensible conversation with these idiots. Yeah, right? I don't support anyone that's corrupt, including the frauditors. Yes. Yeah. All frauditors are corrupt, right? That's why they're frauditors. I've said this before and I'll say it again. The difference is, like, they say all cops are bad. Like, well, okay, that's obviously not true. That's a form of bigotry. Taking any group and saying every member of the entire group is bad is just, well, it's biased beyond belief, for one thing. But the only idea of the word frauditor only applies to people that are engaged in that sort of activity. So if you're not doing that, then you're not a frauditor. That's why Ironton Auditor is a fan of this show. And he comes here all the time. He's all good. No problem with him. So yeah, but this video is a perfect example of how these guys oh, well, wait, yes, there are independent journalists. There are legitimately YouTubers that are independent journalists, and they're real journalists, like actually engaging in journalism. But this video is a perfect example. Absolutely perfect example, like I said, of their whole shtick and how it's all crap. It's like, oh man. Legit auditors, few and far between. Yep. Let's see. 3 minutes to the cupcake dance. All right. Methodist Dave, I have to travel, not in commerce. Have a good day, everyone. Love you, cupcake. All right. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. 4 weeks with no weight on your left leg. Oh, man. See, I'm starting to, my knees, like at my work every day, all day, I have to get up and down and up and down and up and down because I got to get not under these cars, because then we would just lift them up. But I have to get inside the car under the steering wheel column, all the time. So I'm always getting up and down, up and down, up and down. My knees are really starting to bother me now that I've been doing this for over a year. Just right now, I feel it. So, like, I'm afraid that I'm going to be in that position pretty soon. I hope not, man. Like, what I need is a couple days where it's not busy and I don't have to do it as much and let my knees kind of heal up a little bit. Because after the 3-day weekend last week, I thought I'd be good. But now because we were closed last Monday, last week was super busy. And then today, I mean, it was just yesterday. But yesterday I go in there and it was completely nightmare all day. Wow. 9 muscles and ligaments. Oh, man. Well, God bless it. I hope you feel better. Absolutely. Heal up, man. Yeah. Donna Ray, stuck on a work call. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. Take it easy, Donna. No more falling off of stuff at work, Parson. I fell and my knee popped out of place. Well, you're not allowed to fall anymore. Legitimate journalists have standards. See, that's the thing, and that's what I always say. Because, like, they'll say in their videos, like, well, what do I have to do? I have to have a press pass. I have to have a journalist. Like, what's a journalist? Well, you know what you have to do to prove to me that you're a journalist? At the very minimum, engage in journalism. Try that. At least that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's just about time for the cup. Cake. Happy day. All right. right, let's go. Let's hit it. All right. Okay. Olay, all right. Thank you so much. I love you guys. You're the best man. Seriously, thank everyone. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, yeah.